episode 2 of the Will Compton Quest for Year 10 series, starting in Road to Glory. The plan is, if you didn't see episode 1, you can go over to at CoachBigRed on YouTube. It's just all one word, CoachBigRed. You'll find it's the same logo as Twitch. There's episode 1's up there. You can watch that. We created the legend himself, Will Compton, put him back at North County Senior High School, created him. That's where we started. That's where he went to high school, so that's where we started. The plan is to start all the way back in high school, go all the way through Road to Glory, starting in high school. Obviously, that includes getting the offer from Nebraska, which I'll talk about being the goal today. Once we get that offer, hopefully right now, we are projected to be the starter at Nebraska if we end up getting that offer. So the hope is that we get the offer from Nebraska, and then we go there and play 4 years, hopefully start 4 years. Obviously we'll have other goals of All-American, winning a Heisman, All-Conference, winning a national championship, right? All that'll come once we get to Nebraska. And then once we finish Road to Glory, the plan is to eventually then import Will Compton into Madden 26 when it releases in about a month, and just play every game all the way through, getting to that year 10, hopefully, cleaning up with some accolades along the way, some Super Bowl rings, all that good stuff. If you're not subscribed on YouTube and Twitch, go ahead and do that. Again, part 1's up on YouTube. We're streaming this right now, again, like 10:30 Central Time at night. That's usually when I'm going to try to get on every day to get knocking this series out. Once we get decently into this Road to Glory series, I'll probably start a Dynasty Series 2, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, so we are going to go into this. We'll do this all the way through, import in the Madden. But right now, the goal is to get the offer from Nebraska. As you can see, we have our top 10 school series. We've gotten some pretty good offers already. As you can see, we got the offer from Kansas. We got the offer from Missouri. I just threw some teams up here that, one were kind of in the area, or two maybe had some connection. Dan Lanning has been on the Bussin' with the Boys podcast. Shout out Bussin' with the Boys. If you're not subscriber or listener, and you're a football fan, college or NFL, I highly recommend go check them out. That's obviously the inspiration for them. Taylor Wan, Will Compton, they make really good content. So Dan Lanning's been on there, and they've been to some Oregon games, so I thought it'd be appropriate to put him up there. And we actually completed the moment and almost got up there, so getting that offer would be cool. But the goal is to get, obviously, this Nebraska offer. We're about 1,000 points or tape score away. We're in game number 3 of high school, so I think we got a good shot of being able. But right now, as you can see under where it says overview, our projected role, if we were to get the offer, would be as a starting Mike linebacker, which would be awesome. If we could start as a freshman, play through 4 full years as a true freshman start, that would be really awesome. So hopefully we do that, and that's the goal today. All right, here we go. Running out of the tunnel. There he is again, Big Soto. I don't know who that guy is, but he's got to be going D1 Power 5. He's got to be, at least, 6'4". Here we go on the sideline up to the fans. It is homecoming night, so the crowd's been packed every night, but especially on this night. Hot ticket on this night. All right, first series, they're going to want to get outside, so we got to make a tackle or get a tackle for loss. That's the big goal. Get a tackle for loss here on this series. All right, let's start out in our zone. Kind of like to stay in the cover 2 here, play that middle of the field tempo. I play with this camera on. I just think, oh wow, so they're a wing T, or at least what I call kind of a wing. That's why they were saying don't let them get outside. I just tried to switch players. Ooh, I've been playing a lot of, off-camera Dynasty lately, so I got to get that out of my head. All right, let's change the formation up a little here. We make sure we got to get 4 guys on the line. This is kind of similar to the first team we played. It's kind of funny. It's a very, high school, makes the high school feel much more accurate, which is pretty cool. Ooh, see, I had the pitch guy there. Good stop out of the air. But makes the high school have a much cooler feel, having these offenses kind of run, the old school kind of wing T double wing offense that they're running here. Third down, let's see. We got to get that tackle for loss. Shot the wrong gap. And he's going to come up short, so, but they're going to go for it. So this could be our shot here. If we can dial up a little blitz here. If we can get a tackle for loss here, this would be huge. Oh, we missed again. Gotta get on tackle. We cannot. So we're going to fail both goals, though. The good thing is we kind of even it out by preventing the touchdown, and we get a forced turnover because they went 3 and out. So not the end of the world there. Here, easier goal here. We get a big boost with Oregon, so hell, if we can get that off will probably come in. We got to make the tackle and prevent them from getting in field goal range. We're actually down 7 right now. Offense got to step up. Of course, I don't know how they scored a touchdown. We weren't on the field. The quarterback threw a pick 6 or something. All right. Boom. There's first tackle of the game. Got that tackle, got that knocked out already. I think I'm going to stay in this 4-2-5 against this wing T. It's just going to make it easier with 4 guys. Now, of course, they're not going to be in it here. We're gonna switch up to a back to our cover 3 in case this is a pass. I can shift the D-line right. Shift it in case this is a run to the right. Shift that D-line. It is a run to the right, and we stop them in the backfield easily. Bring up a 3rd and long. See if we can get them off the field here. Shift that D-line to the left, or slant them to the left. Let's see, maybe we get a pick. Oh, wow, they're going to go deep, test our corner. Oh, pick. Gotta throw a block, throw a block, throw a block. I'm too slow. Throw a block. Ooh, try to throw a block there on Big 55, but got it done, got the tackle, and got the turnovers, or forced the turnover as well on defense. So we are rocking and rolling, and definitely made up for that first drive. Let's go into our 3rd one. Here we got to make a tackle on the blitz play. So what I think we do is we just call blitzes here and then try to make the tackle. Because they're going to come out and this running wing T's, we're going to get stuff there, but we're going to take on a block for our guy. That way he can make the tackle. We kind of took on the block for him. Oh, they're going to come out. My guess is they're still going to run this rock. Oh, wow, read option. So I keep trying to switch players. That's going to take some getting used to. All right, big gain on that. It's not good for us. Think on that. What we got to do, we got to make the conservative read there. So change that. I'm just going to keep coming out this blitz. I think we just got to stay in the blitz because the big thing is getting these goals. That way we can get that offer. Boom, that's it right there. Pushed him back into the quarterback's lap. We get the tackle for loss as well, and we make the tackle on the blitz play. So everything works out perfect there. Coming out back into cover 3 on the 2nd and long. Let's see what they going to do. Ooh, little RPO. Out to the flat. I don't know if that counts as assisted tackle. We were there, though. Alright, let's see. Come out in the cover 9. Oh, bootleg. I don't know why I bit so hard on that bootleg. But we trust in the defense. We get to stop there. I didn't realize it until just now the score is tied. Oh, 4th and 1. Let's bring a little man blitz here. I'm guessing with them. Oh, but I don't like the way he's standing up there, so I'm not going to shift the line. Go get the sack. Get the sack. Come on, Compton. Come on, Compton. Chase him down. There we go. Beautiful play. Prevented the touchdown. Got 450 points that drive. That was perfect. Let's move on. This, I think if I'm counting right, this is the last one of this game. So early in the quarter, tension is rising. Make a tackle and make a hit stick tackle. Alright, so make a hit stick tackle. That's going to be a little bit different. I don't think we've really had a big hit stick tackle yet, as I got over here kind of the high flat, but it looks like they're going to go back to this wing T. Oh, I lined him up there, but our DN makes the stop there. Now they come out in the shotgun. first. No. Probably knows where. Ooh, I thought maybe. Let's see if we can get there. We also got to make a tackle here. It's the first one, so maybe just focus on that. Coming out in the I formation on 3rd and 9. I'm not buying that. Maybe a play action. I guess we could send the blitz here. This might be a play action. It is. It is, and we get the sack. Good call, but unfortunately we don't get our tackle, but that's okay. We still prevented any scoring there, so we kind of come out pretty even there. Pretty good game overall. 1,000, that should be enough, if I'm not mistaken. There's the Razorbacks sending us an offer. I think that might be our first SEC offer, if I'm not mistaken. Offer from Colorado, Big 12. Kirkpatrick, a.k.a. I guess Deion Sanders. Illinois, the Fighting Illini, sending us an offer. Iowa, they were on our board sending us that offer. There it is. Will Compton. The offer is officially in. Nebraska. Get this. Make sure we get this. Boom. There it is. The Nebraska Cornhuskers are proud to extend the full athletic scholarship to you. Your performance, resilience, and team-first mentality have stood out. We're confident you'll become a key figure in our locker room and someone we can count on when it matters most. This program is built on trust and hard work, and you're exactly the kind of player we want to build around. Oh, wow. Look, now we're the #1 player in Missouri right now, the #2 linebacker in the country, and the 30th nationally. That's kind of crazy. We're all that, but we're still technically not a 5-star. That's kind of interesting. All right, here's going into next week. Ready for this week? We're facing kind of a funky offense this week. The offense coordinator likes to call plays that mess with the eyes of the defense. Expect some motions, fly sweeps, and other gadget plays. You have to be disciplined and prepared for anything. Also, we're getting closer to you deciding where you'll be attending. There's no shame in cutting ties with schools who aren't as interested in you as you'd hope. We want you to find a good fit, not just go to a big-time program. Let me know if you need anything else. With all due respect, Coach, I think we have kind of got where we're going figured out. But anyways, I was saying earlier, I think what we'll do is kind of despite the no, we're going to Nebraska. I still think we'll do the top 3 pick in the hat thing, just because that's where we're gonna go in the end. But it'd still be cool to see the cutscene. All right, we got a message from Sharon Moore. The Michigan head coach reaching out. Hey, Will, Coach Moore from Michigan. Taylor Wan must have gotten in with him, made some calls. We've really enjoyed watching you this season. We'd love to see you play in college for the Wolverines. You fit exactly what we're looking for. I know you got a bunch of schools fighting for you, but I can't help but notice that Missouri is at #2 with the type of year you're having. They're a fine program, don't get me wrong, but there's nothing you'd accomplish there that you can't do so here, especially looking at this year. You've got some decision to make. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but let me know when you got any questions, and feel free to text me. We'd love to see you in a Wolverines jersey. You know what? With all due respect, Coach Moore, in about, I guess a year's time, game time, we're going to be rivals. We ain't trying to go to Michigan. So when I'm looking across the side from you, I just want them to know right now where we stand. This has been a great pitch, but I think I'm making it known I no longer want to attend your university. Go ahead and cross Michigan off the list. You will now need significantly better recruiting tape to obtain a scholarship from Michigan. Ain't no problem. Everyone has seen your post, and it will now be slightly easier to attain it. I didn't even know it was a thing. So, if anything, now Nebraska likes us even more. That's the card. So, we played the right card. Now, Steve Sarkisian reaching out. Hey, Will, Coach Sarkisian from the Longhorns. We think you're an excellent prospect, but we want to spend this week evaluating up close. I'll have some scouts at the game. Are you willing to show us what you can do? Sure, why not? Why not put on a show? We kind of know where we're going, but hey, having that Texas hat on the table, that would look pretty good. So, here we go, second to last week. We had homecoming last week, put on a pretty good showing. Let's go ahead, jump into this game. So, first series, early in the quarter, offense, try something sneaky. Don't bite, read the trickery, time your blitz, and shut it down with force when it can kill the illusion. All right, so we got to send the blitz here, but we got to watch out for that that trick play that the coach was talking about with the reverses and all that. All right, we got the man blitz coming here. Ooh, can we get there? Boom, there it is. Tackle made, and we got the tackle for loss, and we got the play on the blitz. All done on the first play of the game, setting the tone. Let's see what they're going to go here. They are going to air it out here. Oh, and our teammate gets the pick. And I tell you what, we got to have one of the best defense in the state. We're getting picks and sacks and doing everything. We get 450 points off that one, so now we got the Texas. Can we, I would say the odds of getting back-to-back drives with interceptions would be pretty low. So let's see what we can do here. We got kind of this quarterback. Oh no. Oh, that's not going to look good on the highlight reel there. Can't get an interception if they don't throw the ball, though. We can't be on film looking like that. Michigan's going to be reposting that after what we said about them on social media. So we kind of get stuffed up. Can we get on? Oh my gosh, this guy's refusing to go down. Why wasn't he in the scouting report, coach? Alright, man, they're definitely relying heavily on this ground game. Ooh, hold it there. Run it down, Will. Run it down, Will. Take the angle. It's all about them angles. Good tackle there. We gotta put on this read option key. Can't be letting them run on that on us like that. Slant that D line towards the run. Boom! Ooh. Made the tackle there. Tried to make the hit stick tackle, but good tackle for loss there. Put that one on the stat board. We're hot here on this 2nd and long. Maybe we can get the pick here. Ooh, they did throw it to us, but we were just one step too slow. Though, again, we do have another passing down. I kind of tried to bait him into that by staying a step off. But here we go. Can we make the play right here? And our teammates make the play. We didn't get the interception, but that's okay. Prevented the touchdown. Let's move on. Got to prevent them from scoring here on this drive. Can't allow them to score. Let's dial up a little blitz right here. They have been liking to run the ball. Let's dial up a little blitz right here. See if we can't get to that quarterback. Ooh, there he is. Boom, another tackle for loss right there. Stacking up these stats in high school. Again, if you're just wondering, this is on Heisman. This is on Heisman difficulty. Much easier than playing quarterback. I don't know if you guys have played Road to Glory. As we drag down the quarterback, kind of got to line up a hit stick, so that wasn't really ever going to be a hit stick. But again, loading up the tackle stats here, even though we didn't get that interception, the Texas scouts probably liking what they're seeing. Stay in this cover 3. See if we can get a pick here. Ooh, go right here. Oof, they go to the other side. Lit up by our number 3 over there. And we get the moment complete. Let's head to the 2-minute drill. Again, kind of same thing. Just got to prevent them from scoring here. Send that blitz, that first down blitz again. Let's see if we can get to that quarterback here. Maybe we'll do that quarterback. They will run that quarterback keeper again. I kind of got stuck on the inside, but the blitz gets there. Another big tackle for loss. But yeah, like I was saying, if you've been playing Road to Glory, you've seen how hard quarterback is. This is definitely much easier. I've been playing with this camera too, so I've been feeling like it's easier, so you could take a deep shot, but there's nobody home on that one, and they turn the ball down. I've been playing with this camera. I've been thinking about switching it back to the kind of the first user, but the user POV, but I feel like for now I'm sticking here. Wow, Alabama sending in the offer. Kalen DeBoer out in Tuscaloosa sending in the offer. Auburn as well. Auburn's got a match. We're starting to get these big, and there's Michigan. We diss them all on social media. Tell them one, man, that's not a good look. We dish you on social media, and then you send us the offer. That's pretty wild, man. Ohio State also sending the offer, man. We are getting these these big offers. And there's despite the fact we didn't get the goal, Texas sending in the offer, as we are now the #1 recruit in the state, #2 in the country. I feel like this is kind of all where we were at last time before the game. So boom, again, as we check out the board, we now have the offer from almost all the teams in our top 10, with the only excluding Notre Dame. Notre Dame's like one of the most prestigious ones. So we'll keep these 3 till the end, just because I think that would probably be the best looking, top 3 board there for the series. But again, it's Nebraska. It was always Nebraska. I bet you they still have, unless they could have revoked the scholarship. All right. It's senior night. Can you believe it? I'm so proud of everything you've accomplished here. We're having all the seniors and their families get to the stadium an hour so we can do senior ceremony for kickoff. Don't be late. Also, this week is your last chance to rearrange your top schools list. But no matter what, you need to cut down your list to a top 3 before the end of the week. Do that now. Signing day is coming up soon. We have a big ceremony for the athletes in the gym. I think you choose 3 schools who've offered you the top 3, but I've seen crazier things in my time. I've seen players commit to a school, then choose another one last minute. I've seen players pass up some good scholarship offers to walk on somewhere else. I've seen it all. You just need to make the right decision that you feel is best for you. Now let's win one more at home. All right, so we got senior night coming up. But before that, there is one thing. We need to cut it down to our top 3, but we kind of talked about that. Our top 3 is going to be Nebraska, Oregon, and Michigan, right? Again, it's Nebraska no matter what. They currently rank #4 in the nation. Wow, that's pretty insane right now. We're going to a pretty incredible program. But it's going to be Nebraska, Oregon, and Michigan. But again, it's Nebraska no matter what. But I do want to check in. This is kind of a big moment of all the things that are currently going on, because we've locked down the offer from Nebraska. But now, if you haven't seen episode 1, again, go back and watch it on YouTube. CoachBigRed. They were recruiting. Coach Rule was recruiting another Mike Backer, who was just ahead of us in their recruiting class. So, there is a chance that we might have to fight for the battle for him, and he might have been a 5-star. I can't remember, but let's see. So here's the recruitment, scholarship, bonus kind of things. Let's look at their recruiting class. All right, so I'm not seeing him on here anymore. How do you? Oh, the right stick. So I'm not. Okay, so maybe was this him? T Missouri? That doesn't sound right, because I think he was a 4-star. So they must have dropped him once we kind of took that offer. They have gotten S. Siegel will be in our class. I don't know. Steven Seagal maybe. I don't know. I don't think that's how you spell his name anyway. But we got him. He's a 5-star from Buffalo, New York that they landed. B. Duggins, defensive tackle. T. Office, free safety, 4-star. And G. Blunt, 4-star corner from Deerfield Beach, Florida. So we're going to have some studs coming in with us in this class. Siegel was just above us. We must be the highest ranked 4-star. I wonder if we win this, if we can end at a 5-star. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, we got a pretty good class coming in. Got some Will backers, a lot of defense they're recruiting. But this might just be defense because we're playing defense. They got 1 5-star, 4 4s, and 5 3s. Currently the 22nd class in the country. Looking at kind of Oregon's got the 30th. Michigan with the 16th class. They went after another Mike Backer. So it's definitely good that we're not going there. Even though we projected to be the starter, this Mike Backer, we'd probably be above him, but he is pretty good. We might have to fight for that position. But Michigan is looking to have a good class. Do have only the same number of 5-stars. They do have any surprises? Texas, obviously, with the top 10, always getting a good class. They're with the top, Notre Dame with the top 5 recruiting class. They already got a Mike Backer. So, heck, we're not even at the top of their board, are we? That's kind of crazy. Because we haven't got offered, I guess. All these guys have gotten offers. Colorado, we were at the top of their board. And then there's Arkansas. So, it's looking good right now as we head into Wentzville, playing our final game at North County Senior High School. Go. Will Compton's senior night here at North County Senior High School. There he is, walking out. One final game under the lights, Friday night lights. He makes the final walk onto the field before he heads out to Nebraska. All right, so first drive, our goal, we got to make 2 tackles. Send a little blitz here early, set this tone. They're not coming out, and no, they're going to be a spread team. They do have the 2 tight ends though, which makes us feel like a run. Quarterback's going to keep it. We'll route air. Maybe the most under-talked about thing in this series so far. I mean, I've talked about it, but one of the most interesting things has been how good this defense has been as a whole. I mean, just loading up with sacks, a couple picks last game. Let's double cover here. We make them get the ball out and force a 3rd and long. Let's drop back in a cover 3 here. Rally to everything in front of us. The goal is to make a tackle and prevent... Oh, no, we're supposed to make 2 tackles. That's going to be a little bit hard. I didn't think about that. But, oh, wow, we missed there as they get a big first down and he's still going. A tackle there would have been huge as long as it would have been above the sticks. But they get a fresh set of downs, which is not the end of the world for us. We get a chance to get some tackles as we get to stop there. Let's send this blitz here. Let's send the man blitz here. Double middle linebacker blitz here. Ooh, I was hoping he'd bounce that to the outside, but we get to stop anyway. The blitz comes through. Great coverage on the back end from our boys as we set up a 3rd and long, making it seem like getting the 2 tackles here is going to be pretty tough. We can get that one. No, there's one on the drive. I doubt it. They're going to go for it. But we stop them anyway. Again, we got the offer locked down. So now it's just about going out, adding to the legend. You know, we know the high school coaches are going to be talking about us in the locker room for years to come. So we just got to keep adding to that legend. So we take on the block so our guy can get the tackle there. There's a screen. Boom, big hit stick. We force the fumble. Bring in the boom. In the final game of the year, showing Nebraska the stud that they're going to be getting here in just a matter of a few months now. We gotta, you gotta put up a showing on senior night. They're going out again. Kind of get another one. Ooh, we pop them again. That wasn't a tackle for loss though. I think we gotta send a blitz here to get that tackle for loss. Maybe we can get a sack here or something. We already got a forced fumble, which is funny that it's not a part of those drive goals things, an interception and all that. That's a tackle for loss right there. This might be one of our best games of our high school career, going out with a bang here on senior night. 3rd and forever. Can we get a pick here? Make the deal even sweeter. Ooh, came up on the ball, adding our tackle. Couldn't quite get our hands on it, but we completed our moment as I believe this might be the last moment. These games in high school on defense go by pretty fast because if you hold them to 3 and outs, plays aren't that long. He's going to bounce it again as our DN, I believe that was. He's going to, maybe our edge rusher is going to pick up the tackle there. This might be the last series of high school football for Will Compton. See what I mean, dude? I missed 3 guys for getting to the quarterback. I mean, great coverage. That was more of a coverage sack than anything, but still. Impressive defensive showing by the Pumas here today. Oh my gosh, another sack. We're all over him. We must have scheduled, some bum school for a senior night. Because we are all over them as they're going to go for it. The last play of Will Compton's high school career. Oh, can he get the... Oh, no! Oh, my God! Oh my god, I jinxed it. We gotta lock in here, boys. What are we doing? Why are we batting up balls? Never bat the ball up. We gotta bat it down. Bat it down or catch that thing. We get to the quarterback, and that was insane, but the clock's running out, and they have no timeouts left. Is this the last play of Will Compton's career? High school career? Can we get the interception? Wow, they're going to check it down. That's not going to be enough, and that's going to bring the game to an end. And that is the end of Will Compton's high school career. Mental ability. Let's see what this is. So, we had this last year. So you can equip a mental ability that goes with your players. So we got winning time, increased composure late in the games, improved ability to resist weather, improved ability to play out of position. Could we get Will Compton at tight end? That'd be pretty fun. Instinct, quicker reaction to run plays. I like that. Improves in-game recovery of wear and tear. Ooh, but I really like that. Composure gain and loss is more valuable. I kind of like adrenaline. It improves in-game recovery of wear and tear. I wish it was out again, because that's you got to keep adding the points in there. So I like either instinct, reacting to those run plays. In the Big Ten, though, that's going to be huge, having a quicker reaction to the run plays. So I think what we're going to do is go with the instinct mental ability, help us in that run game, so we can stack up those tackles, hopefully having a 100-plus tackle year. But let's go ahead and make it official. Here we are in the high school gym. Everybody from North County Senior High School knows this is a huge moment. Possible future NFL Hall of Famer Will Compton stands up to make his decision. Oh, you gotta hold down. There we go. Stands up, make a decision. Where will he go? Will he push all the haters and fake everybody out with a go into Michigan? Is that what he's going to do as he picks up the Michigan hat? Nah, all along there was only one choice. It was always the Cornhuskers. It was always Nebraska and Coach Rule. As we officially say that here we come. Off to Lincoln, Nebraska. Officially committed. There it is. Will Compton officially committed to Nebraska to play Mike linebacker. Ends up being a 5-star. But here we go. The journey really, it starts in high school, but now it really begins. Hopefully we can be a 4-year starter as a true freshman, end up on the all-freshman team, Big Ten all-freshman team, maybe end with 400 career tackles, All-American, maybe 4-year All-American, maybe Heisman. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know what that'd be insane. You probably have to do something crazy to win Heisman as a middle linebacker. But here we go. All right, here we are off to Lincoln, Nebraska. Here's our status updates. Let's head back real quick. Oh, wow. Hold on a minute. Who's wearing 51? Oh, hell no. We can't have that. We might see if we can fix that here in a second. But we are the starting Mike linebacker. We're at 1,000 coach trust. Where is the backup at? How close is he to catching us? Oh, wow. No, he's in the deep negatives. He's in negative 2,800. Sophomore Christian Jones. So we're way out ahead. Coach happiness. On-field performance and choices you make week in and week out in scenarios. So we've got to be making sure we're making the coach happy. We were officially a 79 overall. Not too bad. Especially as a lot of coming in like as a 3 or 2-star before. That was always pretty rough. Rewards. We get 3 extra plays. 2 extra play count, And we got to make defensive adjustments for now. Here's our status updates. Let's go ahead and advance. Craig Bender, beat reporter. You arrive as part of a talented recruiting class with high expectations to help lead this team to a potential playoff berth under the new format. Who will you lean on to help you deal with the pressure this year? The fan base, the coaching staff, yourself, or your teammates? Compton's always a team guy. Team first, right? He does love the fans at Nebraska, but I think we got to go with the boys, right? It's all about the boys. I don't feel any pressure at all because that's something that's on the entire team and not just one individual. And this team is special. I can already sense it from the guys I met. We're a special group and we're going to do some special things. We get that leadership encouragement closer to getting that C on the chest and leading the boys out of the tunnel. John Butler, what's up, Coach Bud, defense coordinator? We're glad to finally get an official member. We're glad you're an official member of the Cornhuskers. Why ain't you letting me scroll up? There we go. Will, and I wanted to help you get acclimated as you make the transition from high school to college. You'll have to balance a lot of things, so use your time wisely. You'll use any unspent energy resting, which is never a bad idea. Don't forget to be a good leader, too. So leadership can affect your teammates' think, and you'll want to keep the coaching staff happy as possible by practicing and playing well, being a good teammate and student-athlete, and making good decisions off the field. Not doing so could lead to a demotion. Don't want that. You can earn the coaching staff trust in a similar way, but your in-game and in-practice performance and how you conduct yourself off the field. Once we trust you enough, you'll get to call your own plays. Keep an eye out for your academic advisor. We'll be reaching out soon. All right, we got to make sure we're staying on top of the books. Maybe we can make all academic. That'd be way out of the realm of possibilities. Get some extra plays here. Got even more plays. I'm guessing this is all coming from the coach trust because we started so high. And we get to make defensive adjustments, kind of like we did in high school, which that is nice, especially playing in a tough conference. You're going to want to make adjustments. Let me edit real quick. I wonder if we can get 51. No, it's going to be in standard settings. Wow, man, we can't. We only be 52. Somebody's taking 50. Can we see who's taking 51 on the team? Is he a senior? Let's go to the depth chart real quick. All right, looking through the text, we got Dylan Raiola for 2 more years, actually. That's really good. And then it looks like probably Ryan Bryan will be taking over. But Dylan Raiola, he's a 92 overall. We're going to be leading the offense, so that's going to help a lot. Emmett Johnson at the tailback. He's a redshirt senior. We got Isaiah, I believe is how you pronounce it, Hunter at receiver, as well as Tanner Turk and John Bonner. So, good receiving core. Benjamin Brahmer at tight end. We got a damn good offense going. Pretty solid overall in the O-line. And the guard's a little thin, but still doing well. Let's look at the defense. Who we're going to be playing with on defense. So, Williams Unwaneri is going to be coming off the left edge. He's just a sophomore and already an 87 overall, so that's really good for us. Here's Steve Steele. He was recruited in our class, and he's already a 79 overall, so probably by our junior, senior year, he's going to be the starter, you would guess, or maybe he'll even move to the other edge. Let's see what we got over there. Yeah, because we got some upperclassmen over here, but we do have Keona Davis starting over there as a good power rusher, but my guess is that Siegel will work his way over to the other end by the time our right edge graduates. Defense tackles, we got stud Van Poppel locking down the middle of the line. At the Sam backer, we don't really have a true Sam backer. These are all Wills. We got Vincent Savares Jr., 81 overall. And then on the other side of us, we got Jermaine Bethel, 78 overall. But starting for your Cornhuskers at the Cornhuskers for the middle linebacker, we got Will Compton. He finally made it 6'1", 235 from Missouri. And now we got to figure out Who's taking this number 51? Here it is. Dawson Merritt. He's just a sophomore. Man, that sucks. Can I edit him? You know, you don't want to change too much, but I would like to get that number 51. Overview, ratings. I don't think you can. Man. Yeah, I don't think we can take that number from him, but that's okay. You know, we'll get it back senior year when he moves on. He's pretty good, but yeah, we'll keep the 52 from now because it's not the exact same Will Compton as he was back when he was in school. Moving on, or was it Nebraska? Cam Chadwick, corner, along with Hugh Bates and Jameer Khan. And at the safeties, we got Justin Rhett and Xavier Smith. And then kicking the ball, we got Kurt Madden. So, pretty impressive Nebraska Cornhuskers team. Definitely a real shot. I believe that said they're the 11th ranked, really the 11th ranked team in the country right now. So, definitely a real shot to go out and win these games. There's an option to edit players here. Is there? View the player card. I'm gonna check this out real quick. Hold on a minute. See if I can figure this out. Let's see. So you cannot change the jersey numbers of NIL or real life players. Okay. So I don't know. There might be a way. We'll figure that out. I might try to figure that out off stream and then see if I can do it. I'm guessing not because the guy's wearing 91 or 51 obviously is a real player. So there's NIL stuff and all that. So we might have to wait and save that. I'll see if you're watching this on YouTube and you do know that there's a way. Leave it in the comments. That way. I can go and read it, and we can figure out how to get Will Compton that 51 number. Again, real quick, I don't know if you were here at the first episode or if you watched the first episode, but so you notice that we have these skill points, and it says we have 72 skill points. So because I had the pre-order, we were generated in with 50 skill points. So we're not, and that feels like cheating, you know, because you want to be able to follow the real path of the game. So technically, 50 skill points is our 0 skill points. I know that sounds confusing. I think it'll be easier as we go along. So right now, like for example, we have 22 skill points to spend. I feel like I got to sneeze. All right. So we got 22 skill points to spend. I'll always start at 50 and move on because we were given 50, but I don't want to use them because that feels kind of like cheating in the series. So let's go ahead and start spending some of these. Where is the best place that we can spend some of these? I feel like the most important thing to get up for the game is going to be speed, because you got to be able to get to the ball in this game to make tackles. Power could be big, right? We want to be able to lay the boom. We already have, I think this is what you already have, not what you get with the upgrade. So we already have 86 hit power. That's pretty impressive. I mean, it is our best attribute right now, being a thumper. But I feel like improving quickness is really going to help. Run stopping could be big too, because tackling, right? We need to have high tackling. Can't, in the Big Ten, we're going to be facing some pretty dang good running back. Can't have, you know, broken tackles. Pass coverage, zone and man. See, I'm not exactly sure, right, with a Um, excuse me, with other teams that would be, or with a dynasty that would be big, but like playing the man in the zone, I don't know if it's as big of a deal to get the attribute. Pass rush, maybe later down the line if once we get these other stuff on, because we'll be sending some blitzes. And then awareness and play recognition, again, another thing, I feel like that's more on the user than it is on the stats. So quickness, and then probably run stopping are where we're going to start, and then eventually keep adding the power. But we're going to go ahead, because we have 22 to spend, we're going to get one upgrade to the quickness, so that gets to 82 speed. And then we're going to add another one to the run stopping. That'll give our tackle up to 85 and our block shed up to 81. That only leaves us with 4 to spend. We could spend some in like the IQ category just to give us more play rec. Again, these just feel like, I think I might say, because these just feel, I might be wrong, but these feel like user a bit, or attributes, not as much. I mean, it'll help our overall go up, but it's not really going to help. It's not really going to help our. I'm blanking here. It's not really going to help our player in fact, because you got to play it. You know what I'm saying. All right, look at our mentals. We got instinct, fan favorite, increases composure at games. So those are all of our mentals. Here's our physicals. Oh, so we can purchase this right now. Blow up, improve impact block resistance. That's not bad there. I guess we should probably just go ahead and get that. So now we've used all but 2 of our points, and now we have improved block resistance. So that'll help, hopefully, especially in that run game. I believe we're now an 80 overall, if I'm not mistaken. It should pop up in the top. Oh, I guess not. It says Mike 182. I don't know what that means. All right. So now let's go ahead. I guess we're on the bye week. Do the weekly agenda first, I guess, would be the smart thing. All right, so we have 7 hours or energy, whatever we're calling, to spend. Let's go ahead, add some to the leadership category. We got to make sure we're getting that leadership up. We can do a little bit of studying, that way we don't fall behind on that and become ineligible. And the last 2, let's add them to the XP there. And then let's jump into some practice. The big thing with, hold on, so we got the coverage skeleton, we got the coverage skeleton understaffed, and we got the chase and tackle. Let's do the chase and tackle, get some of that tackling down. The big thing about spending those hours, I remember, is that NIL, it takes a lot of hours, and you don't really get that much stuff out of it, I feel like, but maybe it's different this year. All right, make tackles to prevent the offense from gaining yards with the run. Successfully stops will increase your score multiplying, and allowing 3 or more yards will reset it. So we gotta hit the hole here and make the tackle. We do got a pretty good running back, but boom, we make the stop there. But yeah, these should be fun. Obviously, these games are going to last a lot longer than the high school games, so we'll probably get, hopefully, the season opener. As we get me over pursuit there and can't make the tackle, can't make the diving tackle. This does kind of not help that we have a really good running back and a really good, the quarterback's not as big of a deal here, but the fact that we have, can we blow him up here? Yes, we can. Big hit stick boost there. So this is kind of giving us our first look at Will Compton in the Cornhuskers red again. Runs into his own lineman, makes him, that gives us the easy stop. But yeah, I think the plan, he put us on skates there. The plan right now is to play the season opener tonight, and then tomorrow start knocking out some more games. I think that's what we'll go with. So after this, I think next it should just send. We might have another blank week. Man, he keeps cutting that thing back. I don't know if we got to try to get gold here. We need all the points we can get, because now it's all about stacking our overall to get higher in the draft. Because that's also been something I've been thinking about. Right, obviously it's about a month away still, and we still have to go through 4 years of college football. But I've been thinking about what we're going to do as far as what the NFL is going to look like. Like, do we pick, obviously, for those that don't know, Will Compton was undrafted in the real draft, but he was signed by the Redskins, now the Commanders, in, I believe, 2012, 2013. So do we go and manually make it pick the Redskins? Do we randomize it, right, and just go to where we go? Do we do the Titans? He spent a lot of years there. Do we do the Raiders? Who knows? Maybe just by the end we try to hit all those teams, as we are now officially in 80 overall, so we saw there. So the face cam is blocking some stuff. The way it works with the face cam is I have to see it in my thing just because of the camera I have. So that's why it's in the top left, even though I know a lot of people like to put it down in the kind of bottom left, but then I can't see the plays when I'm choosing them. So we'll keep it in the top left for now as we sim on. But if we want to change it moving forward, we can. So here we go. We have another week. Academic advisor Mary Porter reaching out. Hello, Will. I'll be your academic advisor. Let's go over a few things. First, you must get a 2.0 or above to stay eligible. If you're below that, you'll risk not playing. You'll have tests you'll need to prepare for. Some will be harder than others. In addition, you'll want to consistently be preparing for midterms on week 8 and finals on week 15. Do not procrastinate. Finally, if you finish each of your first years by at least 3.7, you can graduate early. Doesn't that sound like something you want to do? Okay, what questions do you have for me? I think we're all good. So that is another thing I actually forgot about that was last year. If we make sure we're keeping the grades up pretty high, then we can graduate early that senior year. We can just put all our points into getting that overall up for the draft. So that might be the move there. Let's go ahead. We only have 4 points, so really not enough to upgrade anything. But let's do some practice here. Let's go ahead and get the practice for this week next. So let's do this the coverage skeleton this time. See what we look like with the rest of the defense on the field. I assume this is like 7-on-7. I think that's what it was with the quarterback. Play defensive coverage to prevent the offense from gaining yards with the pass. Interception, bonus, incomplete pass, multiplier. All right, so here we are in the cover 3. Oh, we can't move pre-snap. It's kind of rough. Do we get a tackle bonus there? Yeah, we do get tackle bonus. Alright, let's see who's coming across. Bingo, we got that crosser. We got him locked up and we get the sack. There we go. Oh, there's a pick right there. I wish I could see the names of kind of our guys. Maybe in the game we'll be able to. Because personally, I mean, I'm a college football fan, but I'm not a huge. I haven't watched a ton of Nebraska. I live kind of more in the southeast, so we watch a little bit more, SEC football here. That's kind of just what's on than it is Big Ten. So I'll have to learn kind of these guys on defense that we're with, kind of watch how their careers play out. So we get another sack bonus there, but hopefully it'll pop up. Ooh, little man coverage here. Ooh, I thought maybe he'd make that throw there. We get the sack bonus anyway. You better hope that our defense is really good because we are not making Dylan Rail look really good right now. I believe that's at our first game is Ohio, and it's the home opener, so it'll be pretty cool. We get to play the home opener in this one. There's a pick right there. Dylan Rail not looking great. Or maybe we just look really good. Maybe we're a top defense in the country right now. That'd be nice. But yeah, here we go. Here we go. Can we get a pick? He kind of scared us. Ooh, kind of overflow that zone there. He not really getting anything thrown our way. We got to try to bait the rail into throwing in our direction. Because right now, I mean, we kind of had no routes even in our zone. And with the silver there, we kind of didn't really get an opportunity there though. Real quick before we jump in, I'll make sure that we're staying in the that we're still in Heisman as well. All right, weekly agenda. Let's go ahead, do some more studying. We want to make sure we're ready for that exam. Add some more to the leadership category. Any other place where we can add just one? Let's do some more studying and then get healthy. All right, so we're completely healthy going into week 1, because that wear and tear, I don't know if it's the same as last time, but last time, if you even went down 1, even if you were still high, like, you would lose speed, and as a linebacker, that would be killer to lose speed. But let's go ahead. I think we're ready to go ahead and jump into our first game. Here we go. It is pretty cool too that we get this pretty cool. Oh, and we get the view of running out the tunnel, knocking on the horseshoe as we go out. Wow, this is pretty cool. They added this in, the tunnel view. We got the boys around as we come running out onto the field. Oh, look, they're throwing up the X. That's pretty cool. There's the Will Compton impact there. That'd be cool, pretty cool if they. I don't know if they do have that celebration in this game. They should add it if they don't. I'll have to look that up. I know they got tons of celebration. We got the packed house today. We got to put on a show for these people because we got the packed house for the return of Will Compton. The year 10 journey. I mean, you know, high school technically begins, but it feels like right now is where it really begins. There we go. We got the stats. Let's go ahead and jump in. In the big moments on offense, too, we'll try to watch. As we got the coach suggestion here. Let's jump into the cover 6. I'm going to play starting with this camera again. If you want me to change it, make sure you're in the comments. As they reverse here, we get a little slow jump in the reverse, but the defense still rallies. So we're going to jump into the cover 3 here. Make sure you go in the comments. Tell me if you think I should change the camera to this. I'm going to stay with this just because this is, I feel like, more comfortable and a little easier as they go with the run here. Oh, gosh. He shakes off tackle there. You got to be quicker getting that. Thing is they're going with, I can't really slant the D-line because it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, if they motion that fullback, we just got to be better. There we go, though. Slanting help there as we get back there. Setting up the 2nd and long. I trust zone coverage more than I trust man. We'll want a little man here on the left, a little zone on the right. Put that quarterback's head in the blender. But they are loving keeping this ball on the ground. But now we're starting to catch on. Let's jump in this cover 3 again. Keep everything in front of us here, boys. Rally to the ball in front of you. 11 helmets to the ball. Make them give this to the offense. Go right here. Boom. And there's our first tackle. Back in Lincoln. And they'll have to punt the ball. Big 3rd down stop by the boys. Make him punt it. Ooh, we lost coach trust there? We got a tackle, though. I don't know how we lost the coach trust there. Offense had to punt it back, it looks like. Bringing it back. I don't know how we didn't get credit for a tackle there. We get to stop there. They are loving keeping this on the ground. Oh, man, I don't get a blitz here. No audibles. Ooh. Stop the running back there. Ooh, they're running some read option here. We got to make sure. Oh, I can't change that either. Man. I wonder if as you go on, like, I'll be able to change it where I can make the a little more conservative. Man, our defense is freaking swarming to the ball right now. We look really good. I don't know how we lost coach trust on that last drive. Maybe that's not right. There we go. I mean, we got it back that time. Oh, here we go. So the action short gain allowed because the gain's allowed? Oh, that's interesting. All right. Offense, man. I don't know what they're doing in Ohio, but they're getting the ball all the way up here, but we are going to send the blitz here. Let's see if we can get a stop in the backfield here. Ooh, we get picked up on the blitz as they get it down. Man, we can't afford to drop this one, Rayola. We got to pick it up. I almost tried to. I keep trying to, like, I'm just out of instinct hit B to change my, or circle to change. We get in on that tackle. See up there in the top left it says, oh, I might need to move the face cam because in the top left is where it's giving us our, I just realized I think that's where our grade and our stats are. So we have 2 assists. Okay, so those weren't full tackles. That makes much more sense. I do like that. It's much more, you know, NBA 2K style with the, as we bring to the end of the quarter with the teammate grade or coach grade, whatever they're calling it up there. I do like that. And your stats being up there, especially for a quarterback, that's gonna be nice. But also it'll help even as a linebacker being able to see. So right now we have 2 assists. We gotta stop them here. They put it on the ground and they get in the end zone. Our guy over pursued there. I kind of wish I would have been over there. But we got to continue to go. Can the offense score? Man, they cannot. Man, we just haven't been able to do anything on the offense, and they're putting it all on the defense. We can't afford to drop this. Can we get to the outside? Boom, good job. We get a tackle, helps stop them for a loss there. Contain. Kind of the corner's job there, but we had enough penetration on the inside that we could afford to do that. Let's see if we can get off the field. A 3 and out here. Boom, again. Stuffed in the backfield. As long as we're making sure. Let's get this crowd hype. The crowd is pumping. The stadium pulse is off the charts right now. In the 5 wide here. They're going to go out, route to the ball. Bingo, good job, boys. 3 and out. Get them off the field. The crowd's going crazy in Lincoln right now with that. So we do get on the board, 3 points. We're going to have to do the 11th team in the country. We got to do better than that, though, Rayola. We got to get more points on this board. Go right there. Boom. That's a solo tackle right there. Give me that. Put that one on the board. It's just putting my assist up right now. I wonder if that's just because it's my highest stat or whatnot. Oh, wait a minute. By the way, that camera flipped. I thought he was going to run a little QB draw there. A little trickery of the camera. Let's switch to a little man coverage. Oh, I don't like this. I'm on a slot receiver. Can't change it now. But he's just going in the flats. We cover that well. Not a great call by me there because, but right now we kind of only have the option to be in the... My guess is they're going to keep this through the air. Maybe we can get a sack here. Let's see. I like keeping this in the quarters. Is that me blitzing? No, we're staying in the middle of the field. Let's see if we can spread that D-line a little bit, get to the quarterback area. That was not good, but we do get there. He does get the first down. But we make the play, get the tackle. They do get a small gain. That's okay. Also, real quick, did I call a timeout? No. Alright, just to make sure. Coaching. Nope. Controls. Nope. Over 2. There we go. Settings. Heisman. Boom. There we go. So we are good. It does say we have 2 tackles there. We have, technically, I think we have 3, though. Missed the first one. That's okay. C- grade right now isn't great. You just got to keep rolling, though. You might want to make these quarters a little bit longer, too. 5 minutes is going by a little fast. You might switch it up to like 9 or 10. Getting that first down. They have no timeouts left, though, so if we tackle them inbounds, right here, go underneath. Boom, sack, perfect. They're not going to be able to get in their playoff. They shouldn't be able to get in their playoff. They won't. So we go into the half down 7-3 to Ohio, which is not great. Although on defense, I would say we're doing our job pretty well. I mean, we've held them to 7 points in the first quarter, right? I mean, you should not be down as a top, 11 team in the country, only allowing 7 points in the first half, only 49 passing yards. We gotta do better than that, Rayola. Defense is doing everything we can. They'll start with the ball in the start of the second half. They put a ball in a lot on the ground in the first half. Let's see if they continue that trend. They will, but we're there. 44 again with the big stop. Mitchell, I believe that was. coming up with a big stop. The camera in the bottom left turned out was to be the play. Let's see if we can get there. Boom. Assisted tackle there. Not going anywhere. Stuffed at the line. Let's see, I think this is a little stunt we got going on here. Or maybe just kind of a backer stunt across. Let's see if we can get to the quarterback here. Oh, it's a screen. Oh, no. We do get there on the tackle. Not before they get a huge gain. Man, you get minus 50 points for a big gain allowed. This teammate grade, this is like 2K. This grade is going to be hard to keep up. You're going to have to get like... Because we get another assisted tackle there. We are in on every play, but... We have to find a way to make a play for the team here. Can we get to contain, keep them inside? Inside, we're pretty strong on the front seven. Just get that robber down here. We'll be in on the slot. I don't like that. Let's play some inside leverage here. Wish you could get hands on him. Ooh, man, we got to sit down, but yeah, in the man cover, that's just gonna happen. Didn't really give us much of a choice there. I prefer to sit in the zone. We got to get off the field here, though. This is not helping our offensive case. Ooh, the play action, but we do make a nice play in the secondary. Let's send the blitz here. I think it's time. Slant the D-line. Let's see. Can we get... Ooh, can we find a seam? We cannot. But we are going to get the sack and the fumble. Pick it up. Take it to the house. Scoop and score. Rock and roll to the end zone. Cornhuskers touchdown. Let's go. And that'll help the grade right there. If the offense ain't going to get on the board, we'll do it ourselves. We'll do it ourselves. They get the ball back. Number one's feeling it right now after that play. I would be too, I guess. But they are going to. I think that was right in his zone. Oh, no, he blitzed. He blitzed. So that one wasn't on him. Got a little blitz down up here. We love the blitzes here. Play action over the top of our top, but we make a nice pass break up there. I don't know, maybe these 5-minute quarters aren't that bad. Man, not seeing too many target play. I guess is a good thing. Maybe we'll play the fourth quarter in the other camera to see what's like. But I feel like as a linebacker, you're just not going to see what's behind you, and it's going to go over your head. Maybe it'll help in the run game, though. I'm just so used to this camera. As we get the 3 and out, force him off the field, get the ball back to Rayola, see if he can get something done, and he cannot, man. What is, does Ohio have just an incredible defense? What the heck is going on here? 10 points. And this, really 3 points, because the 7 came from the defense. I don't know what's going on with the sim, but they're not loving on Nebraska as we get there. Coverage sack there, but still gets to the quarterback. I don't like this with a 3-man set on the ground. No delayed handoff there. Whoop, switch. Beautiful coverage as we just force him to throw that ball away. He wanted no parts. Defense is feeling it right now, I'm telling you. It's like high school all over again. Actually, let's cover. Good zone defense once again. Throws it out of bounds. I mean, we're just giving him nowhere to go with this ball. Another 3 and out forced. The coach trust is going way up. We like to see that. Oh, is that a score? Field goal. Offense getting on the board. Let's start running away with it, though. Let's get a stop, get an offensive touchdown. Take a little RPO there. Send a blitz here. Can we get a sack? Are we blitzing? We are not. But maybe we can jump the run here. Oh. Throw it to that running back. Oof. The blitz pays off. Kind of wish it was us now. That's okay. Man, we are cooking. That's kind of been the thing, though. Now that I think about it, with College Football 26, there has been a buff of the defense. So they got to buff the defense because even on, as we get another strip sack, even on on my Dynasty I'm doing off stream, like I'm Western Kentucky, my boys, and I'm just I got like 8 sacks last game. It is kind of insane, and Western Kentucky, it does not have that great of a D line. It's now there's 31 seconds. This game, it's not over. 31 seconds. It's not over. They're probably going to keep this ball in the air. Maybe a good chance. Will Compton interception. I believe he had one in his college career, or a safety. 200. That'll put us into the A teammate grade. I believe that'll bring this game to an end because you can't onside the punch you have to do. It should bring this game to an end. Not a bad first showing for Will Compton. One thing I did not anticipate, we end with 3 tackles. Basically kind of being our own thing. We had a few assisted tackles there. I mean, the defense just cooked. We'll have to look at these stats at the end of this game, but yeah, I mean, it is very. I would guess there's going to be an update coming here fairly soon that's going to buff the defensive line and the front 7, because if you go out and you play Dynasty, it's kind of the same thing where you're just getting the front 7 aren't getting there every time if you play even halfway decent coverage. Let's look at Raiola. Did not do much. 90 yards and a pick. That is terrible. We got to get better performance out of that. Running the ball. Emmett Johnson had a pretty decent game. Raiola did well. He didn't run the ball, I gotta say. I guess he kind of was probably getting pressured. I mean, that's kind of the thing that's going on. Even in Sim, it looks like it's the pressure. Let's look at the defense here. So as far as total tackles, where did we come with the team? We came 7 total tackles on the day, 3rd leading tackle on the team. But again, these guys are both of our corner and our defensive tackle, right? I mean, that makes sense because we were going in. We had 4 assists, 3 solos. I don't think any other category. But if you look at like where's I think I went past the sacks. Like, how many sacks in total did we have in this game? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 sacks in the game. That's pretty insane. But 1-0, moving on.